What's up, everybody? Here, Jersey Johnny here. Hey, I was just going through now, waiting for season 3 of the show. From is about to. They just released a teaser trailer, and we still don't know what's going on. Exactly who's behind everything, where these people are stuck, and the fun part of it is trying to figure out, what's going on. So I'm just putting this out there so we can get as many people who are thinking about stuff to get their input, and maybe we can come up with some ideas. But this never crossed my mind, and then so this is a bad screenshot of one of the trailers, and it's the mother when she's in the lighthouse after the floor collapses, and it's right before the end of season 2. I believe that's it's either the first or the second time when she's in the lighthouse, but so she's going up and she's seeing all the toys. I guess it's her deceased son's toys, and they have this shot here where it has all these dates carved into the wall. Right now, I don't know if I got all the dates correct because it's kind of hard to see some of them, but I just took all these dates, right, and I put them in. I put it in, an AI, a chat AI thing. And I started asking it questions about all these dates in particular. And then I went down even further to what do they have to do in American history? And it came back, and this, I never would have thought of something like this, but it came back. All these dates have to do with American, like our government, and Native Americans, and like kind of horrific things we did. I'm sure you've heard, like in the CIA. I mean, we were sterilizing them. Some Native American tribes telling them it was like they were getting smallpox vaccines, and we were really sterilizing them and stuff. We did all kinds of horrible stuff. But anyway, the chat AI came back with these readings, so I'm just going to read them to you. And I thought it was amazing that every date that I put in had something to do with it. You know what I mean? So if any of these, if maybe if you look up something or more about stuff like this, maybe leave a comment or something, so we can try and figure out, maybe we're onto something, or maybe it's just coincidence and the showrunners threw it in there just to mess with us. So 1506, this year falls within the early period of European exploration and colonization in the Americas. It's a time when interactions between Native Americans and European explorers are beginning to occur, shaping the course of history for the indigenous people. 1609. In this year, Jamestown, the first permanent English settlement in North America, was founded in what it now is Virginia. This event marks the beginning of a significant interaction between Native American tribes and European settlers. 1672. This year saw various conflicts and alliances between European colonists and Native American tribes, particularly in regions like New England and the Mid-Atlantic. It's a period marked by tensions and negotiations over land and resources. 1752. The year 1752 marks the adoption of the Gregorian calendar in the British Empire, including the American colonies. This change in the calendar system had implications for various aspects of colonial life, including the interactions with Native American tribes. 1771. This year falls within the period leading up to the American Revolutionary War. During this time, there were significant tensions between colonial settlers and Native American tribes, with some tribes siding with the British and others with the colonists. 1833. In this year, the United States government passed the Indian Removal Act, which led to the forced relocation of numerous Native American tribes from their ancestral lands to territories west of the Mississippi River. This act had a profound and devastating consequences for all Native American communities. 1864. This year saw various conflicts between Native American tribes and the United States government, including the Sand Creek Massacre in Colorado, where hundreds of Cheyenne and Arapaho people, including women and children, were slaughtered by U.S. troops. See, now that's 1864. It's just, if you look in the picture, 1864 is huge. It's right there in one of the largest ones you could read. In 1931, the year 1931 was during the Great Depression, a time when many Native American communities faced extreme poverty and hardship. It also saw the continuation of a government policies aimed at assimilating Native Americans into mainstream American society, whether they wanted to or not. 1978. In this year, the Indian Child Welfare Act was passed in the United States, aiming to address the disproportionate removal of Native American children from their families and tribes by state child welfare agencies. Additionally, it marks the Camp David Accords, a significant peace agreement between Israel and Egypt, facilitated by U.S. President Jimmy Carter. While not directly related to Native American history, it's a notable event in American foreign policy. So, I just thought it was a coincidence that all these dates have something to do with Native American tribes. I did look into the years more, and it goes into it's a lot of like it was horror show things, like I know 1864 is like a real bad year because of the Sand Creek Massacre, but all those years leading up to it, there were many like smaller massacres, I guess you can call it, where people fighting under the guise of not the American government, but under the colonies, under the British colonies, in the fur trade and stuff, and they would just slaughter entire groups of people, women, children. It didn't matter, you know what I mean? So I don't know if this anything. I know nothing about Native American lore or any kinds of their gods or anything like that. Their superstitions that could lead to this type of town or anything, because I don't think there's been any kind of Native American crossover things in the seasons. I'm pretty sure we haven't seen anything, at least not that I can think of right now after just seeing all this. I was more thinking it was like maybe something to do with the Salem witch trials and all that kind of stuff. I didn't think to go back about Native Americans. I didn't, you know what I mean? It just totally went over my head. But this is the CHAT AI. This is what it came up with. Literally, every date I put in, I said, you know what? In American history, what do these dates have in common? and it's Native Americans, and and our government, or the people that were here before our government became our government. It was all clashes in between them. So I'm wondering, with the trees, who knows? I don't know. I don't know anything about like the gods from Native Americans. But that other show, American Gods, I used to watch. I remember they had, I think, one Native American god, but it was in one of the preamble like parts of the show where it was Vikings landed on the on the shore, and then I was some other god or whatever. The Native Americans slaughtered all the Vikings, but I think that's how Odin got there, because they left the Odin symbol on the shores. So that was showing how he got there, but it didn't show the actual Native American god that was was in the show. So I don't know if anyone has any ideas. Leave a comment, post, like, share, whatever. We'll see if we can figure it out. And then Wednesday would on YouTube, when everyone gets together, we try and figure it out when they do the live stream. Everyone gets together and try and figure out what's going on in the next. Every little hint they give us, and then we have to wait till the next teaser trailer comes out. All right, everybody. Peace.